Welcome back to Quilts from the Cabin. My name is Kim of ActualQuilts.com, and in today's podcast, which is I think episode 6, I don't have a whole lot to show you, but what I do have, I will share today. So I have one finished project and another that is almost done, and I'm really excited about this finished project. I think it's my favorite piece right now, like all-time favorite piece. I hung it. It's been hanging back there, but because I was taking pictures of it, but I had to take it down in order to show you. So I'm really excited to show you this. I have the pattern published, and I also have tutorials on how to do applique and another tutorial on how to do the placement of it. So, okay, I'm gonna just show you. Hopefully you can see it. Isn't it pretty? I am so excited about this. This is a vintage, actually, applique design. I think it first showed up in the 1800s. I can't remember the exact date right now, but it's called Potted Flowers, but I'm gonna call it Diamond Jubilee. So yeah, isn't it pretty? Hopefully you can see it. I know the light in here, the sunshine just started coming through, so you can't see the whole vibe, but I did like a matchstick quilting behind it because I really wanted the applique to pop out, and I think it really did that. It was a lot of fun to do. So I decided, okay, so this is the other one I'll show you in a minute. I made that one twice because I wasn't loving the zigzag stitch like I normally did, so I did a straight stitch on this, and I love this so much more. So anyway, I usually do my applique sewing on my my small brother machine because I have an applique foot for it, which makes applique so much easier, but I don't have that on my Juki or my brother. So I really wanted to try a straight stitch. So what I did was I used my zipper foot, and oh my god, that is like my favorite thing to use now. So instead of having to haul out my other machine and set that all up for applique, I put my zipper foot, which is like, I think it's 1/8 of an inch that it gives you for a seam allowance, and you could easily do 1/16 of an inch for the applique as well, but I did 1/8 and I thought that it looked really good. I wonder if you could see that. I know the sunshine's kind of out, but yeah, so it does a really nice seam, and I love how clean it looks. Like it's so pretty. I really really love it. So yeah, I did my zipper foot with it. I'm gonna try to move out of the light here. So I installed my zipper foot because I didn't want to use like my big foot, because it is hard to see when you're doing applique, the seams, because you have to stitch so close to the applique piece. So I installed my zipper foot and I used that, and it was like the best thing. I really enjoyed. So I highly suggest, if you're doing applique and you want to do a straight stitch, to bring out your zipper foot and use that, because it was really enjoyable. I think I did a 2mm stitch length. I'm pretty sure that's what I wrote down in my notes is, but you could easily do like right up to a 2.5. But yeah, I really liked the 2mm. So I'm pretty sure that that's what I ended up going with. But yeah, I really enjoyed that process. I enjoyed it so much more than the zigzag foot. The least fun stitch on the machine I found was the blanket stitch. It's kind of hard to align, and I'm sure that you would get better with more practice and stuff, but I didn't really enjoy it. But it's harder to align when you're going around corners and stuff with that stitch. But the straight stitch, I'm sold on it. I love it so much, and I'm okay with the fray. I mean, this is a wall hanging, so it's not gonna get washed and laundered as much as maybe a quilt, but I've accepted that it's going to fray, and that's okay, because the process of making it was so enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I just love this thing so much. It's just so pretty. I will put in some pictures, because I know that the sun is kind of ruining the whole thing, the reveal. But yeah, so I oh my goodness, I'm so in love with it. So the other design that I did, I forget what I called it right now, but I also really love this one too. But the potted one is my favorite. This one, this is the one that I did twice. So isn't that pretty as well? So I found, remember in my last podcast I said that I wasn't sure what I was going to use this almost black for. Well, this is what I ended up using it for. I went with the hickory green, snow, and this is the almost black. I know the sun is just kind of like, you know, but anyway, it's just, they're just so pretty. I just love them, and they look so good in the cabin. Like this color combination just looks so good with the wood and the white. I really enjoy it. So yeah, so this is, like I said, this is the second time I made this. The first one I will show you, but no judging. I used a zigzag stitch, but I forgot to turn my iron down. So that's another thing that I should probably mention is like when you're doing applique, and I use the HeatnBond Lite, it works so good as long as you use the proper like temperature. I just have to move this ruler. It's stabbing me in the bum. But yeah, so what I did, I forgot to turn my iron down, and my iron setting was the hottest setting, which you don't want to do that for applique. It doesn't bond the applique to the fabric very well. It's kind of a nightmare, I'll be honest. So I set the entire thing with this hot iron, and it was a nightmare to sew, especially with the zigzag stitch. Like it puckered, and I was constantly using my glue stick to try to get things to glue back down, and it was a nightmare. It was not fun, and it just looks terrible. Like it didn't turn out very pretty at all. So that got me thinking, because I was kind of hung up on like the fray, right? And I was like, I came by a video, I think it was on YouTube, and she used a straight stitch on her applique, and I'm like, why am I so obsessed of not doing a straight stitch? Because hers looked so cute. I think she made a little cupcake or something. It was cute. And I was like, I need to do straight stitch because it is so clean. I mean, obviously if you're washing and drying it constantly, it's gonna fray a bit and it's not gonna be as clean, but I've accepted that and it's okay. Yeah, because this was like, I mean, it looks cool on the back, right? With all it actually looks cooler on the back than it does on the front right now because of all that puckering. But yeah, I've really enjoyed applique. I just think that they're just so pretty, especially with the right color combinations. Like, so I'm really excited to get this, the good one, done and quilted and stuff. And I actually really love matchstick quilting for behind the design, because it just makes the applique pop, right? So really love that. And it kind of, because there's so much so much stitching, so much quilting, that it makes it stiffer, which is what I wanted as a wall hanging. So yeah, just really loving that. So yeah, so that is my applique adventures. And then I almost have my husband's quilt done. It's that Irish chain quilt that I've been working on. I got the binding all done and sewn on, and I've been spending way too late late in the evening putting the binding, or finishing the binding by hand. And I'm doing like a nice big stitch for the border of it. I just felt that would be fun. I ended up machine quilting this one because I really did want to hand quilt it, but I could not find a pearl cotton number 8 in this color, because I really wanted to match it. I know I put that poll out saying, you know, like, what about these colors, but I wasn't happy with it. So I still have lots of threads to cut off here, but I did find just a regular thread. I think it was like was it a 40 weight or a 50 weight? I can't remember right now. I think it might have been a 50 weight because it is quite thicker. But I got, I couldn't find it in cotton, so I got it in polyester. I'm just gonna grab a box here and I'll show you, because I am really impressed with the quality of this thread. It is really nice to stitch with. This one is, it's the same brand, but this I got for my serger because I dug that out of the closet. And actually when my grandma passed, I put all of my machines away, but when I put that machine away, I forgot that I put it away and it was seized. So when I dug it out, I couldn't get it to run, so I had my husband fix it for me, thank goodness. So it's running. I'm very excited about that. But anyway, that was kind of a side. But this brand, what is it called? Sim Thread. And I got that because that was the only color that would match this quilt. And I'm quite impressed with the quality of the thread. So yeah, I ended up quilting this one with that thread, and I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, I just have to finish putting the binding, securing the binding down, and we are all done. And then I can take some pictures and publish the pattern because the pattern is ready to go. Everything worked out perfectly. It's been tech edited. I just need photos and it being done. So really excited about this quilt. It's just so pretty. Like, it's one of my favorite quilts. I love this design. It's so simple, and it was a real joy to piece. I really enjoyed piecing this. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, so that is my almost finished piece. And then remember from my last podcast, I was talking about the quilt coats and the quilt vests and stuff, and I had my pieces quilted but not cut out yet. So although it's not together, I did cut out my shapes. So this is the quilt vest, and I just did a solid blue like I mentioned before, so then I could kind of test the fit without, you know, like piecing a bunch of stuff. So actually I really like the solid. So yeah, that's gonna be the front. And I'm still not 100% about the seams, like how I want to finish the inside of the quilt coats and the vest. So that's why I dug out my serger, because I was like, well, maybe I'll like serging it together. I don't know yet, so we'll see. So yeah, so that's why I dug out the serger, and I got the thread for it, so then I can kind of play around and see what I like. But yeah, so we got all of those, the pieces cut, the back is behind me, so I just have to piece them all together and finish it. I'm gonna put some finishing bias tape around this one maybe, and yeah, but we'll see. So far that's what I've got. I did like a cross quilting on it, just machine quilting, and yeah, so far I like it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sorry if I'm kind of rushing today. I have to go pick up my daughter from work, and my horse has been sick. I have a very old horse. She's in her 30s, and she's just not doing very well. She gained a lot of weight before fall, and we were really hopeful, but she's having hoof problems now. So I don't know what's going on. I was hoping to have the vet look at her, but they're not open today. So a lady that I contacted, you know, the co-op to maybe get some anti-inflammatories just to kind of ease the pain, and unfortunately they don't have any, but the lady behind the desk does, and she's willing to give me some just to hold her over until the vet. So I thought that was really kind. So I'm gonna go and pick that up, and my daughter, so I'm kind of rushing. So sorry about that. Oh, I forgot, I actually have one more finished piece. This is the pencil pouch. Isn't it cute? This was a chore trying to get the dimensions of this to line up with everything, but it turned out super cute. They are the tiniest squares ever, but I think it was worth it. So that's why I rated it an intermediate pattern, because they are pretty tiny, and I think for a beginner it might be a bit tedious, but honestly it after I got the dimensions to work properly for this size, it went together really nice. So the design is the same front and back, and I did a metal closure for this one because this is for my daughter and she wanted a metal one with a little ring on it. But I think it would be, well, it is easier with just like a nylon zipper, but super cute. Very happy with how it turned out. My daughter is obsessed with this. She tried to steal it before I even could take pictures of it. So yeah, I'm loving this too. So this is another new pattern on the site as well. So yeah. And I forgot to mention, I do have my Etsy shop. So you know, the website or Etsy, I have the patterns on both sites, so you can check those out if you want. So the other thing I wanted to show you quickly was, actually I have a couple other patterns that I have designed and printed out, but I have not made yet, which I'm really excited about. So one of them is like the double, what do they call it again? What do they call it? The double oven glove. So, you know, like it's like a connected oven glove, you know? So I have that, the shape of it done, and now I'm just going to design the design that'll go on it. So really excited about that as well. And then I came up with this really cute idea because I'm on this applique kick, and I designed three new pot holders last night that are going to be super cute. They have little birds on them, and hopefully it turns out. I'm just waiting for more fusible web to show up so I can get those made. So hopefully the idea that I have works out. So I'm really excited about that as well. They're going to be really cute. I think I'm going to go with like a chocolate brown background, and then the birds themselves are little doves, so they're going to be white. And I just think it might look really cute, so I'm excited about that. So that is another pattern that is in the works as well. And then for my other shop, One Trick Pony, where I sell like the finished goods, I'm really excited to show you these because my labels for the quilts and the products all came in. So I have to share them because I'm really excited about them. So I got these for my other shop as well. It's kind of inverted, but that's okay. The quality is just so nice. So these big labels are gonna go on the quilts, and then I have little labels that will go on, you know, things like the penciled cases and the totes and things like that. So hopefully you can kind of see it. I know it's inverted, but you get the idea. Yeah, I love these labels. So I get them from a lady in Calgary, Spotted Zebra, I think her shop is called, and I've bought all my labels from her for years, and they've always turned out just so beautiful. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is a stamp that I got for. So I love making things feel like a present when you open it from the shop. So I have these bags that I hand stamped, and I can fit like smaller things in here, like table runners and totes and things like that. But I wanted to show you the stamp. I was just so impressed with the quality. I got it custom made from actually Amazon, of all places. I didn't even think to look on Amazon until my daughter actually got a custom keychain made for my husband for Christmas, and so I looked, and yeah, it is so cool. Like, I'm really impressed with how it turned out. This is the front of it, and it has a handle too. But yeah, I was really impressed with that. So if you're interested, I can always share the links if you've got your own little like quilt shop or whatever. But yeah, I'm just loving those. They turned out really beautiful. And then I also have my business cards, but they didn't turn out so good, so I had to reorder these, like get them reprinted, because the logo is just the font line isn't thick enough, so you can't really see it from a ways, right? So I had those redone, but they turned out really nice too. And then I got stickers to kind of wrap everything with craft paper after I stamp it. So yeah, I can show you those too. Oh, I didn't open them yet actually. I can open them. Little like unboxing. Yeah, so those are the little stickers. A little Pegasus, of course a horse. So they turned out really nice too. So I didn't even open these yet. I forgot to actually. But yeah, so I think that is it for today, honestly. I know it's a really short podcast that I normally do, but I just wanted to share what I've been up to this week and say hi. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next week or bi-weekly, depending on how like caught up I get. But thank you again for showing up. Subscribe, like, comment the channel. It really does help me, and I really do appreciate it. So, and like I said, the patterns, the new patterns are already posted online, so you can go check those out if you're interested in learning applique, because I'm totally obsessed right now. It's a lot of fun, so I think you would have a lot of fun with it as well. But all right, so that is it for me today. Thanks again, and we will see you next week. Bye now.